And I'm here with my eldest, and we are hanging out on
Mm-hmm.
this weekend evening or early morning, I should say, while he's playing video games and I'm here working.
Watching me get jacked up.
Yeah,
I,
well,
I got jacked.
that is a little bit of work. So, we are here as a part of the Harry the Big Dog 100 video live stream challenge. This is video number 56. Very happy about that. On our trek to 100. So we are like halfway in the month, just a little more than halfway. And we are now just visiting and creating some content. So
Mm-hmm.
tell me,
Wait, let me see what how many. There's 30 days. There's 31 days.
it's got to verify. And so it begins. You know how that goes for parents, yeah. You see one thing and your kids want to verify it. So, anyway, while he's verifying the information that I just gave you, I'm going to
Yep, we're halfway
ask
in.
him a couple of questions. So, okay, you're getting older,
Mm-hmm.
wiser, more mature, and you've got these aspirations in life. You and your brothers are making strides in technology, um, doing amazing things with your animation, your graphics, your artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you're also getting into, or you've gotten into stop motion. And we have learned that you're quite the orator.
What does that mean?
Well, that's where you give really great speeches when you prepare and deliver them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me something. Is that something that you see yourself doing a little bit more? More speeches, more talks, explaining things, presentations, and things like that? Or,
Yes.
yeah? Okay.
Mm-hmm. When
What
I
about
talk,
it?
I get very in like I get into a lot of detail when I talk a lot.
You do. You do. So, what about speech do you like? And yeah, what draws you to it?
Well, what drew me to it was I saw Judy getting up for uh NCFCA one day. I think
Okay.
it's National Christian Forensics.
Hmm.
I know it's those NCSCA, National Christian Forensics, and then something after that. Let me
Is it
actually.
communication association or something?
Doing a little research here, guys. Okay. National Christian Forensics and Communications Association.
Yeah, I was right. I was on it. Okay.
Mhm.
So the NCFCA,
But you didn't say you said communications, but you didn't say. I don't think you heard you say association,
I
did you?
think we'll play the tape back.
We'll
Tape.
see.
We'll play the recording back. Okay. So you know, I actually have been impressed with every year that me and your aunt have gone into be the judges. It's been pretty impressive the amount of preparation that the speakers put into it.
Hmm.
Kids your age and older, and the research alone that was amazing. How well prepared they come to these events. So what do you think about that whole preparation piece? The research aspect of it. What does it take for you to ramp up to giving a presentation or a speech? And I know
Uh,
you haven't gone into competition or anything like that yet. I mean, you were still kind of young to do
I
it.
was a judge for it at least though, cause
Oh, you
yeah,
judged? You judged
ju-
before?
yeah,
You judged an actual event?
not in actual we when we've been in class we've been sometimes
Oh
she's
yeah,
had us
but
as
I'm talking about
judges.
the official events.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
He's
So
giving us papers for us to judge the
right.
person.
Okay. Good deal. So what do you look for, and how did that experience go? What aspects of the judging process stood out for you?
Uh, Being able to give feedback.
Okay. Okay.
We can give for feedback.
Mm-hmm.
We can tell them what they would probably what they need to work on, and
Okay.
then how good they were and stuff.
All right.
Which most of the people that I would rate, they'd be a 5.
Really?
Yeah, 5 star.
A five out of what?
Uh, 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5? Really? Oh, okay. I wouldn't rate them all at 5 out of 5.
I said most of them
Yeah, well,
because they were pretty
yeah,
good.
I'm saying, I mean, especially prior to the competitions, because here's the thing: if they all start out at a 5, then they don't have the opportunity to improve because they're already at the top. And all of them, you know, every, hold on one second. Hey, son.
My foot, please.
Yeah, well, that's because you're probably sitting on it. So it's asleep. Yeah, well, don't run around the apartment like that because people downstairs. Anyway, so yeah, well, with the whole aspect of you going through critiquing, giving feedback, and all of that, how would you apply that information to what you need to do in order to make sure that your speeches are well fleshed out?
Research and prepare.
Okay. What kind of research do you do when it comes to prepping for a speech or a presentation?
Um,
Have you had to do any research?
yes.
Okay, let's start there. So, what kind of research did you do?
Whereas one that I did it was called Do All Men Believe in? Oh,
Okay, you don't know what it's called?
yes, it's called
Okay.
Do All Men Believe in God?
Okay.
That's one that I did.
All right. So, were you taking the affirmative, or
I was
what was your position that you were supposed to be arguing on that?
there was no position. I did both.
Oh, you did.
I
Okay,
did either
both
yes
sides of
and
the.
no.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, how was that? How was that to prepare for things on both sides of that?
Well, I'll start with no. For no, I for no, I would said that some men have their own beliefs.
Okay.
Some men don't believe in God. Some men.
And what kind of research did it take for you to get those answers?
Do you know?
Hmm.
Uh, well, the one that the no is that I know because when I've sometimes asked some of my
Okay. So then.
people in my hope jar
Hmm.
for to be a friend.
Hmm.
Sometimes I've asked them if they believe in God, and sometimes they've said no.
Okay. So then you used some personal
Mm-hmm.
accounts. Okay. So personal interviews.
Right.
Any other types of reference did you pull up?
Yes. If I remember correctly, I think the thing that I used was it was either gotquestions.org or crosswalk.com
Okay, so
that I
you
looked
did
at.
some internet-based research.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then what criteria, like how many bits of information did you take before you cut it off? Like for me, when I'm researching something, especially if I have like a fulfillment date that's like I've got to get this thing done by a certain period of time, I've got to limit the amount of information that I take in. So I may say, okay, my cutoff is 3 or my cutoff is 10. Did you have a cutoff?
For paragraphs?
Excuse me, not paragraphs, pieces of information like you went to this website, you read this article, so
Uh, I think I went to like a few actually.
okay. Okay. So if you're talking about like three different sites,
I did go to
three different sources.
I know one of the resources I went to was the Bible. I can tell you that for sure.
Okay. All
I
right.
it was either the Bible or something else. Yeah, so it was, I think it was crosswalk.com and gotquestions.org.
Okay. And so what made you decide on those particular sites?
Well, oh, it wasn't crosswalk.com because that was just put up just this year.
Not necessarily.
This
That's
one.
that article.
That
Yeah.
article.
So it's not necessarily
So
the site.
okay, so maybe it was that.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily have to. You don't have to give me the actual sites that you went to. I'm looking for just from a general perspective
Hmm.
what your process is when you're going to research something in order to be able to give a presentation.
My process
Your process, correct?
is there's three steps to my process. Um, First, you get a pen or a pencil
Okay.
and get some
Hmm.
paper to
Okay.
write down your notes and stuff.
Hmm.
I would prefer lined paper because it keeps your notes organized, not
Okay.
all cattywampus.
Okay. Okay. We don't want cattywampus. Okay.
And
Hmm.
then after that, when I'm done doing that, I look for which ones that I might want to look at.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll, like for example,
Well, do you start out with any particular questions in mind?
yes, the first thing I do for that is I put in what I'm researching.
Oh, okay.
Do all men believe in God, for example, that one.
Okay.
And then I just go on from there, and then sometimes I'll do what Aunt Katie has done before. She'll look at down thing here, and if it stops at a certain point where you can't read anymore, sometimes
Hmm.
she'll press on that to see what else they were talking about.
Okay,
Sometimes.
good deal. So now, do you have any particular go-to sites that you say, okay, I always will start here in order to build out, or are
Yes.
you, okay, okay,
BibleIS.org, I think it's called.
okay, okay.
That would probably be a good place to research.
Well, no, no, I mean, I'm saying what you already do, not what you
Oh,
think would be good. I'm saying, do you already have that, or is that something that you are,
something I still have to work on.
got it?
That's
Okay.
still a work in progress.
Okay, okay. So then, what type of things do you like to present? What subjects do you like to cover?
Most thing I have to cover is drawing.
Drawing. Okay.
And you know that for a fact because
Yeah,
I
I know
do.
that for a fact. Okay, so now is there any particular aspect of drawing, artist or styles or what exactly
I don't have
about
a
drawing?
preference on styles, but my preference artist is a person that I know,
Mm-hmm.
Jana.
Okay, okay.
That's my
Yeah. Yeah,
preference that I
that's a,
like.
a, a close personal friend, which is good. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, but that's one thing.
you
But
could also go for. I'm gonna regret saying his name, Jazza.
okay, I don't know who that is.
He's
All
the guy
right.
who's into demon cats. The guy who's yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, if you regret saying it, I don't know if you want to kind of give everybody the, oh yeah, go here. I regret it though, but go here.
No, I was
It's
regretting
like,
saying his name because I haven't said his name for a while.
oh,
I'm like
okay. Was it like a personal hiatus from saying his name or something, or
what is hiatus?
hiatus is like you're taking a break off saying the name, or you?
Yes.
Oh, okay, well, good deal. Um, all right, so then you've got artists that you look at, some of them whose names will remain unmentioned. Um, what particular style of art do you gravitate towards?
Mm, I'm still thinking on that one. That's a little challenging on that one.
Challenging, okay. Is it that you have a
I
lot that you
like.
like, or is that
Yeah,
you?
I have a lot that I like. I don't.
Okay, so name a few.
Uh. I like figure drawing,
Okay, figure drawing,
cartooning. That's
cartooning.
that's one of my favorites.
Okay,
realistic drawing.
Okay.
Uh,
And when you say realistic
I mean,
drawing, what does that mean?
like drawing buildings and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like
Kind of like
like
architectural and things
drawing,
like that.
like for example, one day I came out from my session with Mr. Shonda,
Mm-hmm.
and you were drawing inside. You were drawing from your depiction inside the kitchen,
Right.
and I was like, I came out. I was like, he's doing a good job at that.
Oh, okay. So you like drawing, like buildings,
Inside,
architecture,
my favorite. I
interiors.
think one of my very favorite one. My second favorite one would
Mm-hmm.
be still life.
Still life. Okay. Like what? Fruit and stuff, or
Mm-hmm.
people, or
Or like for example, take this computer for example.
oh, okay.
Draw, and I can just draw what's inside.
Nice. Well, actually, I remember seeing you do that, and I remember you actually building an actual model of a computer
Oh yeah.
using
Oh
cardboard.
yeah.
That was pretty cool.
When I came out to look at your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
actually just did another one of that. Let me grab it real quick.
Okay, he's gonna grab it now. You know, this is actually pretty cool. They see me do these live streams a lot, and I like to include them on these as much as possible so that they can get in the habit of kind of finding their own voice inside of this digital world that we're in right now. Okay, so you're gonna show that? Oh yeah. Okay, so
So
it's a
here's the modern
keyboard.
keyboard,
Uh-huh.
and then up here is gonna be the screen.
Uh-huh. So now when you say modern keyboard, what does that mean?
Meaning like in the modern days, how they make the new keyboard, the new
Mm-hmm.
computer and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They have QWERTY, and
The
then
QWERTY.
yeah,
Okay, so now do you know what the name of that keyboard is, that structure? Mm.
QWERTY.
Mm. So if you were to research that, how would you formulate the question in order to get that information?
Where does the word QWERTY come from?
I don't know. I'm saying if you were looking for the what you call the modern keyboard and what it's called, what would you how would you search that up?
Oh, what is the modern keyboard called?
Oh, okay.
Oops.
And I think the important thing is just kind of getting in the habit or the feel of knowing how to navigate and ask the right questions when you're online, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because by doing that, what ends up happening is that you start to formulate your questions in the way that the search engines are accustomed to it being formulated. Okay, so the modern Dvorak layout. Oh, okay. Is a keyboard layout for English patented in 1936 by August Dvorak and his brother-in-law William Dealey as a faster and more ergonomic alternative to the QWERTY layout. Oh, okay, so there is the QWERTY layout, and then
And then
there's the
there's
Dvorak. So what is the Dvorak? Let's see what that is. Oh, that
that's
didn't do it.
messed up.
No, no, that was okay. So, ah,
That's weird.
well, it is weird, especially if you're not used to it.
Mm-hmm.
AEIOUDHTNS QJ. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that would take me
You
out.
know what? Let
That
me
would
see.
take me.
What is that? Okay,
You can go to settings
Wikipedia.
and you can probably change it also.
Oh, no, I'm going to go right up here
That would tick me off after a while
and
trying to
I'm
figure out how to
going
do that thing.
to, let's see.
And oh, also on my keyboard, I even put how they have the bumps on the F and J key. See?
Hmm. Yeah.
And this is. I
Okay,
think this is
let's
gonna be.
see.
Yeah, this will be a Lenovo, the computer that you have.
Right. Okay. Wikipedia.org. Dvorak. Okay, I need to show you all this. Okay, what my son just discovered. No, right.
Dvorak
Okay, so
Perpence
here's the
claim
Dvorak.
that it requires less finger motion and, as a result, reduces errors, increases typing speed, reduces repetitive strain injuries, or is simply more comfortable than QWERTY.
What you want to enunciate? I didn't understand that.
Dvorak is a keyboard layout for English patented in 1936 by August Dvorak and his brother-in-law William Dealey as a faster and more ergonomic alternative to the QWERTY layout. The de facto keyboard
ergonomic.
Keyboard layout. Dvorak propends the claim that it requires less finger motion and, as a result, reduces errors, increases typing speed, reduces repetitive strain injuries, or is simply more comfortable than QWERTY.
Okay, repetitive. Okay, more comfortable than QWERTY. Okay, although Dvorak has failed to replace QWERTY, most major modern operating systems such as Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Chrome, yada yada, allow a user to switch to Dvorak layout. iOS does not provide a system-wide touchscreen Dvorak keyboard, although third-party software is capable of adding the layout to iOS. And the layout can be chosen for use with any hardware keyboard, regardless of printed characters on the keyboard. Interesting. Okay, so I've never heard of the Dvorak. When I was at the phone company,
Never told you that.
ours was alphabetical.
You told me about that.
So let me
I've
see.
never seen that before.
Let me see if I can find the alphabetical keyboard. Okay, totally random. Alphabetical keyboard.
I'm going to rabbit hole.
Yeah, but sometimes rabbit holes are good. Sometimes. This computer keyboards include alphabetic characters and okay, let me see. Alphabetical keyboard.
Oh yeah, so there's Dvorak, Azerty, and QWERTY. Those are the ones. Those are three I know.
Let me see. Keyboard layouts. So is Azerty, is that the alphabetical? No.
No?
I don't know. Let me see. No. They don't have an example. What is wrong with these people?
Let me do this real quick.
Yeah, we had an alphabetical.
Azerty's not the alphabetical one.
Okay, apparently. So my question is,
what is
the alphabetical?
Exactly.
Okay, y'all, we're going down the rabbit hole. What is the... Because I need to show you... I don't need to. What is the alphabetical keyboard layout? See images. Printable keyboard. No, that's not it. ABC. Yes. Okay.
What's it?
Here we go, y'all. Amazon, really? Let me see if I can.
Never seen one of those. Except for when I've drawn it out.
Just let me see. Let me open image in new tab. There we go. Okay. So this right here, y'all, Let me go on in here and okay. So this
That's a
is
small keyboard.
it's kind of like the keyboard that we had at the phone company. Okay. It should pop up in a second. So yeah, so this keyboard, this alphabetical one, should go right about now.
Isn't
Did you
that right
do
there?
it? Yeah, I know, but I clicked on it to open
Yeah.
it up, and there you go. Okay. So yeah, so this keyboard right here is kind of like the one that I used to use at the phone company. So I typed about 80 words per minute on this keyboard because, used it 8+ hours per day. And it was the strangest thing to go, first of all, to go to that keyboard, but then to go back to the regular keyboard, to the QWERTY, you know? And you think that you'd be able to type on the keyboard?
Mm-mm.
No?
If I practice enough, I would be able to.
Yeah, you would
But
be able to
I'm used
practice.
to the QWERTY one
Yeah.
because the
Mm-hmm.
because of the home row, which that one
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have the buttons on the home row,
Mm-hmm.
so that caused some issues probably.
No, no. I mean, if you played with it enough, then it would work.
Just like I
Yeah,
know how to get navigate through your phone very
yeah,
fast.
yeah. Because we were on. Let me see. I typed on the alphabetical for almost 4 years, and I didn't have to type many, like whole words. Sometimes I did type more, depending, but it usually was we had the field for the city. Uh, see, I think maybe the area code or whatever, but
Area
city.
code, you said?
I think so. There's a few fields that we would fill in, and then so after we'd fill it in, then listings would come up, and we'd select the right listing.
Hmm.
It was strange.
It was.
Well, it wasn't after doing it for a while, but anyway. Okay, so let me flip back out of this. Okay, there we go. All right, so what do you see for your life?
I think what I would see for my life is
What you would see, or
I think
I'm not saying
I don't know
speculation.
what
I'm
I actually
saying
I don't know what I see for my life.
no. Okay,
No,
okay. You have any particular goals or ideas, thoughts?
my goal is to probably become a police
Police
officer.
officer. Okay, yeah, you've been talking about that for a while.
Hmm.
All right. What do you like best about that idea?
Well, they protect and serve their country.
Okay, protect and serve the country. Okay.
Hmm. That's
What
weird.
kind of a game is that? Did he
It's
just get impaled on a bed of net? Okay, I don't know. Okay, so question. I don't know what you guys are into. Okay, so you got him out of there. Okay.
ah, I don't know how it blows up. It's a little weird.
It's amazing that you're able to. That's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Okay, so you kind of worked at it.
How does that work? Anyway, back to the question at hand about the police officers. Well,
Yeah.
reason why I want to be a police officer because since all the stuff that's going on
Mm-hmm.
with the police officers these days now,
Mm-hmm.
I want to be better than them
Better than them. Okay.
with how they're.
Well, and here's the thing is that you've got to also understand that media has a specific role.
Hmm.
And so you can't just take what you see on media at face value. You've got to do your own independent research.
Right.
So if you see things that are on media and you see it on a lot of media in a lot of different places,
Hmm.
first question I always ask is why are things showing up at a high concentration on media? And if it's slanting towards a specific direction, then I look deeper because I want to make sure that I'm not being programmed, but I'm taking in information and saying, okay, now let me look at the data and now let me verify this. Is it true or not true? If it's not true, okay, then I can put it to the side. If it is true, then I could ask, okay, so what's the next step? You know, so you want to make sure that you don't just take what you see on the media and then make that truth
Mm-hmm.
without verifying is it true or not.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, so okay, so barring all
Well,
of that,
right.
yeah, barring all of that, because you talked about being a police officer even before everything that's going on with the current climate was going on.
Mm-hmm. The reason why
So
is because I liked seeing what they did.
okay, you like seeing what they do. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm I like saving people
You like
a
saving
lot.
people. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then it would be fun holding a
Okay.
gun.
Fun holding a gun.
I'm into
Okay.
guns a lot.
Okay. Into gun. Well, so here's the question. Okay, because a few police officers in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So, how many of them have you actually sat down and talked with and said, "Hey, you know what? I need to ask you some questions about, the things that go on and the ups and the downs, because I need to make a decision on, where I want to lean towards in my life."
Right.
And so, yeah.
Um, there was this one police officer. I forget his name. At
Hmm.
the Apple store that you and I went to when he gave me that police officer bracelet.
Okay.
It was one of his bracelets that
Right.
had the blue line on it.
But that's meeting a police officer. I'm talking about,
I mean,
have you
we
scheduled?
sat down and talked, but
Okay.
I haven't actually scheduled with the police officer when we can just sit down and
Okay.
actually talk.
So you probably should think about
Right.
doing that, and saying, okay, let me, and that way you can start to investigate your own potential, career path.
Mm-hmm.
Question, we've got quite a few friends, who are law enforcement that you can pull over to the side and say, hey, can I take some time to do a Zoom session with you and ask you some questions and get the ups and downs, the pros and cons of this.
Right.
And also, would you recommend that I go into this line of work? Because they may be able to tell you some things from the standpoint of not only do they know you and love you, but they could also say, okay, well, you should. Here are some of the things that you may want to consider. And if I had to do it over again, I would or I wouldn't do it. If I had to suggest it to a loved one, I would or I wouldn't. You can get the pros and cons of it, and then you can make a more informed choice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah,
All right.
I think you can set up meetings on the um liquid police site. I think.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you may want to check that out. Okay. So then now, so you've got some ideas on that. Okay. Research is so important. And you want to make, oh, that was a good one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That felt good. I wish I could do that with my back.
Oh.
Yeah. So, so when you do that, I want to talk to you about that and find out what your findings were, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then after you have those interviews, I think that you should back those interviews up with some other independent research. Read some books, go to the
Mm-hmm.
library, ask the librarian, go on, maybe even see if you could do like a ride along. I don't know if that would be possible with the COVID scenario now, but
Mm-hmm.
it may be something that is possible, especially with one of the ones that and then you can talk to them and see what they're doing throughout the day.
Right.
So that, yeah, that would be a good idea, and that way you can see if that's something that you really still want to lean towards or not.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for hanging out with us this evening, this afternoon, or this morning, depending on whenever you're watching this. Uh, this is the Jason Hodge. I am hanging out with my oldest here, and we will catch you later. I saw some video games. I don't know if it was worth mentioning because they were pretty gruesome.
It
You
was
know,
not gruesome.
it was pretty gruesome. I mean, a motorcycle going and the guy being impaled on a bed of nails. What? Anyway,
It's spikes.
it spikes people. What was I thinking? So, Motorcycle impaling on a bed of spikes, not nails. So I will catch you all later. I have a few more videos to do before I close my eyes.
And spend time with us.
And well, I probably do it the other way around. Spend time with you and then close my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so I've got to do that, knock these out because this is the 100 video live stream challenge. 30 days, 100 videos, and I'm at 56. So I'm going to do 57, 58, and 59. Maybe I'll get to 60. We'll see. All right. So this has been Jason Hodge and Yashai. We'll catch you later. Have a great one.
Bye bye.